Hi friends. I am Julie. Welcome to the channel Bollywood King. Here in this channel I usually react to different interesting Shah Rukh Khan videos. Today I am going to watch Shah Rukh Khan's press conference about victory of KKR in 2012. I hope you will enjoy the video. Let's start without losing any time.
ज़्यादा बोलते हैं और पॉजिटिव ज़्यादा बोलते हैं. So I बिजनेस या काम जिसमें दूसरे लोग काम कर रहे हैं और उनको मेरी वजह से कभी-कभी ज्यादा बुराई सुननी पड़ती है. हो सकता है दूसरी टीम्स भी हारती हैं, दूसरी टीम्स भी जीतती हैं, लेकिन जैसे मैंने कहा कि जितनी तारीफ हमको मिलती है या जितनी बुराई कभी-कभी हमको मिलती है, दैट आई थॉट वाज अनफॉर्चुनेट, क्योंकि मैं उस बिजनेस में नहीं हूं, खुद नहीं, कि अगर मैं फिल्मों में काम कर रहा हूं एज अ हीरो या एज अ प्रोड्यूसर, तो उसकी जो अच्छाई या बुराई है मैं उसका हकदार हूं, क्योंकि मैं उसमें इट्स माय बिजनेस. बट दिस वाज अनरिलेटेड टू यंग बॉयज हु आर कमिंग फ्रॉम स्मॉल टाउन्स. कभी-कभी उनको भी सुनने को मिलता होगा जो अच्छी बात नहीं होगी, जो नॉर्मली क्रिकेटर या किसी स्पोर्ट्समैन को सुनने की जरूरत नहीं. Then the 3-4 years that we crossed, I think they were besotted with lot of controversies. कभी वो कुछ IPL का कोई प्लेयर था जो लिखता था हमारी टीम से, कहते हैं उसको भी आप लोगों ने इतना फेमस बना दिया, हालांकि नहीं बनना चाहिए था उसको. एंड देन हमारी जो लीडरशिप थी, कई बार ऐसा कहा जाता था कि हम जो है अपनी टीम के अंदर ज्यादा दखल अंदाजी करते हैं, जो बिल्कुल सच नहीं है. सो इट वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मी कि ये जो व्हाट आई कॉल द मंकी ऑन अ बैक, कि हम लोगों को क्रिकेट की टीम नहीं चलानी आती या खेलना नहीं आता. वी हैव ऑलवेज बीन आउटसाइडर्स, माई सेल्फ, जय एंड जूही. We only wanted it to be something that we love doing for youngsters. So I'm very happy somewhere in my heart that youngsters, including my children, are thrilled with the fact that this monkey is off our back. And inshallah this will make all the players, all the team members, everyone a little more positive about themselves. जैसे for example, I'm thrilled कि कोई बालाजी जो है उसका रिसर्जेंट हुआ है. I'm thrilled to know कि बिस्ला, जिसको कोई जानता नहीं था शायद एक साल पहले, उसको सब जानते हैं. मनोज तिवारी, who rightfully I think should be on the highest level of cricket, he will get a chance inshallah. हमारे साथ पहले भी लड़के थे जो अब टीम में नहीं है, जैसे वृद्धिमान साहा, जैसे मनदीप जो पंजाब के लिए खेल रहा है. So I keep following where they are. Shrivats. So all the players were not also with me, but they were young boys who started with us when they were 19-20. Under 18-19 का जो सिलसिला है, अभी भी है 2-4 लड़के हमारे साथ. So it feels very good कि अब उनको एक पॉजिटिविटी जरूर रहेगी कि
It is really sad and disturbing that whatever Shah Rukh Khan does, some people spread plenty of negativities about it. Cricket was just one of them.
They can go ahead and play better. So yeah. See, I can't talk about any aspect of cricket. There are a lot of things involved in it. I think, as I've always claimed, I don't know much about cricket in terms of at that level. So I don't think, I think personally what I've felt and I've said is without any comparison to anybody. Having dealt with him for 2 years, we have now played 40 matches together. That is Gautam's as the leader and KKR. We played Champions League, I think 6-7 matches. We played 14 last year, 15 last year. We played 16 this year. So we've played about 38-39 matches together. Having spent that time with a young boy like him, I do realize, I've learned he's very disciplined. I think he's extra strict at times. But he is so focused. It has taught me actually a thing or two about leading people. So whether he should be the captaining a national side, not the national side, I think that's much higher than my opinion can ever say. My opinion will be of an audience. I think you require expert cricketers who are on all the channels nowadays. You should ask them, and you should ask, the selectors. They have a different policy. But I'll still give you a sweet for a good question. Thank you very much. And for your daddy.
शाहरुख जिस तरह से कोलकाता में जीत का जश्न मनाया गया, ये कहना गलत.
चल ऐसा रूल करें, लड़कियों से पहले बात कर दो.
सर ऐसे कैसे?
No, not really. I'd be honest. In sports, you don't know. Whenever we are going to be from the outside, we can only give comments and we can only say कि oh, we'd like to win. Actually, let me be honest, in sports, whatever I understand, winning and losing is the least important aspect. It's how a team plays. And we've got the cup, so we can keep on saying, oh, we cracked it. It's not true. I don't think that's the way it works. But having said that, I think the fact that you have a great team which has gelled together, the greatness of the team is now how they played together. I think they all feel for it. I also know a lot of the boys in the last 4-5 years have felt the pressure of working for a team of a film star. So I'm happy that pressure is off. They have an identity of their own. And I think whether it is a boy called Lara, who's still not played, whether there's a guy called Lada, whether there is a Unatkar who played a couple of matches, all of them now feel that they're part of a team. Some of the decisions I think Gautam has taken of sticking on to players who might not have been in the rightest of forms and being criticized from the outside, I think that itself instills a great confidence. And the one thing that he kept saying throughout, and I think that works not only for the cricket part, I think for the administration is, he kept on saying, let's back each other up. If you're not good today, let's get the other guy to take over the responsibility and say, okay, today Jacques may not perform, so Manoj has to. If Manoj doesn't, Yusuf has to. Don't get taken in by the fact that, oh, only I have to go and play. You need to play for the others. So I think, I think that's the aspect which has helped the team. Whether we've cracked it, not cracked it, next matches will come, results will be different. But like I said, it's really because from the outside, all people think about is winning and losing. We look for heroes and villains all our lives. And sports, unfortunately, in our country is not the greatest profession or looked up to as yet. It's always going to be ki jeete ki hare. So I like this part of it, ki, okay, if that's how people are going to measure it, that monkey is off the back of KKR team. And now we would like to go ahead with a lot of plans of wanting to develop youngsters who would like to grow up and tell their parents that, what, I want to play a sport. I want to be a professional sportsman.
मतलब इस बार आप सबसे ज्यादा मैच देखे हैं, खुद भी गए हैं, जूही भी गई हैं, तो क्या आप इसको मानते हैं कि आप अगली बार भी अगर फील्ड में रहें और सभी के साथ रहें तो आप?
No, I see. From me wearing a black T-shirt to my daughter being there, for me attending a match. I mean, if you could win cricket matches or any sports like this, Abramovich has been in all the matches always, but he's just won it. So it's not that we go there because we, sometimes the players will say, "Bhaiya kal aa jana." Mushkil match hai. And sometimes I've been busy, but I've still finished my work. I was shooting the other day. I still finished my work and meet them at least. So it's just a feeling of ownership. When I'm shooting and producing a film, and if I don't have acting job that day, I still used to go for Om Shanti Om. Sit with Deepika or with the other actors and chat with them because I think you feel like doing it. I wish it was as simple as that if I attend a match, we will win. But it's not, and I don't believe in that. I believe that you just go and stick with your team. I wanted to this year because, every year, I don't mind missing the matches in the initial years. Because
I can't stop myself from saying this. Shahrukh Khan looks incredibly sexy here, doesn't he?
I didn't know what winning or losing is. But somewhere I started feeling that if we are losing, then I need to be there to show that we care, we believe in this. Like, for example, I think my greatest two team owners are Gayatri and Preeti Zinta. Because come what may, they stand there and they smile, unlike me who gets angry, who gets disturbed. They stand there and they cheer the team even in losses. I think it takes a lot of guts and a lot of emotion to do that. So I always cheer for Gayatri and I'm not saying the other team owners are not like that. I include myself in it, but I really feel those two young girls go there and stick by the team. And it's very difficult, when you are losing or winning, as a matter of fact, There's so many things, and they're the outsiders. They've also never run a cricket team before. So my heart goes out to owners who are able to stick by it. I have my own children myself. There are days, I remember when I lost the match in Kolkata to Punjab. I locked myself in a room, and I didn't come out for 6 hours. I didn't want to meet anyone. But you can't, I don't think that's sportsmanlike at all. I think what is sportsmanlike is what Preeti does, what Gayatri does, and the other team owners do. So me being there is, I'm fortunate this year that I went there and I didn't have to lock myself too many times in a room.
सीजन जीतने के बाद कोलकाता में जो सेलिब्रेशन किया गया, लोग रोड्स पर थे, ये कहना गलत नहीं होगा कि वर्ल्ड कप के बाद का सबसे बड़ा सेलिब्रेशन यही था.
Why compare? I think we win the next World Cup, or let's let's ask cricket walas here. Is this cricket wala here, na? Chala gaya wo? So tell us. I think. Let's. You're talking about the magnitude of celebrations. Let's have the biggest celebrations when Vishwanath Anand wins. I wanted to ask him: has he won the playoff right now? He's won one match. Vishwanath Anand. Yeah. So if the third one is going, he wins. I think everybody in the country should come on the streets and celebrate it bigger than any World Cup victory we've had. So let's not. Yeah.
Shahrukh.
No, but why they're all? I would like it to be a side which is liked nationally. Actually, I saw one gentleman, a minister or someone, yesterday on some TV channel talking about why are they celebrating so much in Kolkata? There are only 5 players from Kolkata. So I mean, so does that gentleman does not watch the Indian team when a Bengali player is not playing? Does he not watch my films? I'd like to believe he watches my films. I'm from Delhi. I come from Delhi. I'm born and brought up half in Bangalore. My mother's from Hyderabad. My dad's from Peshawar and Kashmir. I live in Mumbai. My team is in Kolkata. And how dare anyone, and I say this with all honesty and being a patriot, how dare anyone say that, oh, there's no point in celebrating a city's team because there are only 5 players from Kolkata? I mean, it's a team. How is Gautam less Indian or Kolkatan or Bengali or Mumbaikar than anybody else? So I think when we talk about, like say you say about the academy, of course, it's a home ground. We have a lot of support there now, mashallah. So what we'd like to do is we'd like to start there. But when I talk about this, my dream from the outside, again, not as the cricketing person, is genuinely to create those academies if we can afford to. Now we'll get better sponsors maybe, the prize money, all this comes together. And, I truly believe in people who can take good causes through business. So if we can do that and have these academies all over, my dream would be that. But yes, of course, I would love to start one in Kolkata first. We're already talking about, Venki's already working on it. But now, you have to be victorious first to be able to sell the idea to youngsters that this academy can teach you cricket. You can't be losing 9 matches or 10 matches in a row and say we can teach you cricket. So you have to popularize it properly. Sorry. Come back. नहीं One more. उसकी दाढ़ी है ना मेरे जैसे.
उनको तो आप तब से जानते हो.
Okay, I'll just finish this. I'll come back. I'll do it. I'll come back to that. Yeah, I think it's an interesting. I think when we started this, I remember I always believed this is how it will work. Then I remember people used to say, no, we'll never get domestic and club cricket happening. And the reason I went to Kolkata is because I thought they still have a club, a culture there, But I noticed it this time. I went to all the stadiums, and I noticed this, that for the first time you have more people. The stadiums are full everywhere. Whether it was Mohali, whether it was Jaipur, whether it was Chennai, the metros always are full. But even I mean, it's unfortunate. I'm sure, like even Kochi would have, if it had been retained, it would be full. I think Pune was fantastic. So everywhere you had people coming. So I think there is a kind of a, maybe it's a wrong thing to say, but a gladiator kind of kinship now for your own teams. And I think that's fantastic. It's great. We still need to become sportsman-like, that you don't boo the owners when they come to watch their team in your home ground. I think that we still need to develop, which is okay. That sportsman-like behavior will come. Because I know when I go as an actor to any place, they still cheer me. But as an owner, sometimes you're like, Arey, it's a game. Yeah. Oh yes, and I go there to beat them. I've not gone there with love either. So it's quite mutual that way. But having said that, I think it's a fantastic thing that the colors of your cities, of your states, and in this way, when I say this, I'm not trying to demarcate the country into parts. I think it brings us closer. So two friends can sit down, have dinner, or, have a chat and have a friendly fight about, what, Man U's better. No, dude, Chelsea it is. I'm a Man U fan. Abhishek Bachchan is a Chelsea fan. And we have a lot of confrontations, but friendly confrontations, where we have sat down and watched a match together sometimes. My kids and their friends are different teams. But it brings, I think it's a great camaraderie where you can compete. Instead of competing physically, like I was doing at MCA, I think we should compete on the sports ground and sort out problems.
Again, he didn't miss an opportunity of self-deprecating humor. And how adorable a smile he has.
Okay, let me ask her. Then come. लगाया बैठे आवाज आई हेलो हेलो कहाँ इसको बोलना किसी को ट्राई कर या सॉरी I've been traveling so much, I've not had a chance to bathe properly. So today I took a good bath. But, and I can already see India TV, Shah Rukh Khan, 3 दिन से नहीं नहाए. But, no, I'll tell you honestly, it is the strangest feeling, कहाँ है नेटी वाला? The strangest feeling, let me tell you, I had was, and I want to say this because I see a lot of people analyzing movie stars outside their line of work also. So in the last 10-15 days, I saw lot of pop psychologists, socialites, over made up to hide the wrinkles, talking a lot about what goes in my mind, how I behave on a cricketing field, what my mental equilibrium is like. But I want to tell everyone that, I get this opportunity to share happiness. And when my team won, and a lot of people will think that I'm again I'm tending towards insanity when I say this, but the honest truth is, I felt for the first time in my life that if I stood on that balcony and took off, I could fly. That's how happy I was. And I really believed it. I think my sister and my daughter caught my t-shirt and they stopped me. So I'm really disturbed. I would have been the first human being who could have flown that day. So I'm feeling really bad. And I really believe that, genuinely.
Oh my God. Look at the sincerity of this man. His childlike passion is so adorable. How this can be misinterpreted and used for negativity.
That I could have flown. And I'm not being impractical, silly, stupid or insane. But, I'm fortunate that I have this opportunity, that I can share this kind of, and it's just for my happiness. Yes, as a team owner, I can do a cartwheel, I can do a handstand. I want to express the feeling of the 50 people who have moved with us for 5 years. If those boys that have been working with us for 5 years, if you spoke to them, you realize, there have been days when I remember Chris Gayle has cried after a match. There have been days when Dada has just not eaten for a day. We've had a lot of ups and downs. So to be able to achieve this was one of the nicest feelings I've had in my life. Also, I think as a father, it was very important for me that, children trust you. You tell them, रात को जल्दी सोते हैं and सुबह जल्दी उठते हैं. Why should they believe you if they find that other things that you say don't turn out true? So whenever they've asked me, I've said, if you work hard, you will be able to win. But for 4 years, to hold on to something which has not transformed into what their father is saying, I feel very happy that today I can turn around to my children and say, you know what, I wasn't wrong about telling you that if you work hard, if you're honest, and if you happily do something, it'll turn out well. So there was a lot of expression. And yeah, I was, I don't know how many actors or public figures say this. I was really angry. If I was more angry, I would have done more hand cartwheels. I saw somebody say that I was showing my shoe somewhere. Yeah. And it was so unfortunate. I saw this young boy who was dressed up like me in torn jeans and a white t-shirt. And he turned around and started telling me, Shahrukh bhai, aapne phati jeans kyun nahi pehni? Aap phati jeans pehante ho to jeette ho. So I showed him that day I wasn't wearing torn jeans. So I said, niche se phati hui hai, come and tear it more for me. And I saw somebody saying I'm showing a shoe to someone. And I'm an employee of my audience, whether on cricket field or off cricket field. I will never be rude to them. So it's very unfortunate how people analyze things. And I'm happy that we could say at the end of it all, whether it's a cartwheel, whether it's the ability to fly, whether it's screaming and shouting, it's an expression of happiness and victory. So the whole family is very happy. इसको पूछने दे, ये रो पड़ेगा इधर. It's a private team match. How private is it that the whole country sits up at 8 p.m. and watches it? I mean, why are we making the private and public? I'll tell you honestly, there are a lot of public functions which your television channel does not cover for want of audience. Here is a private function which actually breaks all ideologies between private, business, public, good, bad, ugly, cheerleader, sports, Bollywood, Hollywood, whatever. Here it is, people are enjoying. And I said this last night to someone in Kolkata, that listen, it is not at all wrong to be happy. Why are we as Indians so scared to be happy and cynical? Why are we listening to a...
ये सारे फेडर नीचे कर दो, ये चारों फेडर नीचे कर दो, फेडर
बंद कर देना. You know, I see the television anchor, like an overgrown schoolboy wanting to be a stupid cowboy and thinking he's sitting on a horse when he's sitting on a stupid titanium chair and thinking he's Buck Rogers and he's telling everybody, this is not right, that is not right. Come on, give yourself, take your tie off and be happy for a minute. Stop your, he makes me feel that he's like a, brittle self-importance held up by a tie. Take it off. Be happy. Don't find cynicism in everything. Because we as Indians, yes, maybe we are still not the most developed country. And yes, we are going to have issues. And yes, we are not the most well-off individual country in the world. But I think we have reasons to smile whenever we get. And I'll tell you honestly, I believe this, that Eid is a reason to smile. Whether we can afford it, or is it private, or is it public? Do you go to a minister's iftari and enjoy that more? Or if you would like to come to my private iftari and enjoy it more? As a person who's like to view it. Is it all right to have Holi on the streets? Is it fantastic to have Ganesh Chaturthi? It's wonderful. We all, I have a party on Ganesh, when they go to immerse Ganeshji. I mean, I don't know how much of us follow that, but we do it at our home. It's a reason to party. You have Muslims who will do both the functions with the same amount of gusto, and you have Hindus who do it with the same amount of gustos. We never think of private or personal or public. So I think personally, if there is a moment of happiness in a city or a state, let's not mar it by cynicism and say, oh, this was for politics. I think do not be afraid to happy in whatever little chance you get happy. I have a very stressful job. I've been working for 20 years. I work round the clock and I'm not complaining. I get very well paid for it. And I keep on doing things and things go wrong. I listen to, sometimes critics don't like the film tanks, you lose money, you come back, you try your best. But at the end of it all, I see a chammak challo of my film becoming a hit. I celebrate that. So those little things in life, if you get a chance, please do not let it get, swallowed up by cynicism. It's all right. When I went to that city, it was my duty to make some of them this much happy. And I think if you go to Kolkata today, most of the people will say, yes, we got this much happy. And it's all right. So I don't think one should mar it by these talks. जैसे हर साल जीतते रहे सारी ले लूंगा और फिर टेंशन ही नहीं होगी जो भी जीत गए अपनी होगी
कल के दिन नो टोबैको डे है आपने रावण से प्रॉमिस किया था कि आपने रावण से प्रॉमिस किया था सर आपने प्रॉमिस किया था सर आपने रावण के बाद प्रॉमिस किया था कि आप टिकट नहीं पिएंगे
तेरे को जमाल को
एमसीए के रूप में जो नरमी आई आईपीएल जीतने के बाद कहा था कि हम शाहरुख ने वहाँ पे
मैं बताऊं यार किसने क्या कहा क्यों कहा कब कहा मैं बताऊं मुझे ये बात अच्छी नहीं लगी कि मैंने अपने बच्चों के सामने बदतमीजी की, मैंने गाली दी, और मैं तुम्हें पहले भी बोला था कि यस आई अब्यूज पीपल। मेरे पास उसका रीजन है, मेरे दिमाग में एज अ फादर, एज अ पर्सन, एज अ मैन, व्हाटएवर, आई हैव जस्टिफिकेशन फॉर इट, बट आई हैव नो जस्टिफिकेशन फॉर द फैक्ट दैट हाउएवर एंग्री आई एम, हाउएवर डिस्टर्ब्ड आई एम, मैं अपने बच्चों को इस बात को सब्जेक्ट नहीं कर सकता, मैं अपनी ऑडियंस को इस बात के लिए सब्जेक्ट नहीं कर सकता। व्हेन आई से ऑडियंस, राइटली और रॉन्गली पीपल थिंक, मेरे को नहीं लगता ऐसा, लेकिन लॉट ऑफ पीपल थिंक मैं रोल मॉडल हूं, जो मैं नहीं हूं। मैं सचमुच नहीं हूं, मैं कोई ऐसा अच्छे काम नहीं करता हूं, मैं रात भर सोता नहीं हूं, मैं कॉफी पीता हूं, और जिसके बारे में मेरे पर केस हैं, बोल सकते हैं, इट्स लाइक वोल्डेमॉर्ट, हाँ, जिसके वजह से विषय में मेरे पर केसेस है, मैं वो भी करता हूं, और मैं फिल्म एक्टर हूं, जो इटसेल्फ लॉट ऑफ पीपल थिंक अच्छी जॉब नहीं है, और आईपीएल ही नहीं, वैसे भी रात को हम घमासान पार्टीज करते हैं। और
It is so funny. He tries to mention all possible bad things he does. There is no one like him, friends.
और मैंने एक बात और डिसाइड की कि साल के अंदर एक झगड़ा काफी है, दो नहीं कर सकता। मैं 2 पिक्चरों की रिलीज करूंगा और एक झगड़ा करूंगा। सो आई जस्ट फेल्ट दैट आई फेल्ट वेरी वेरी अशेम्ड, बिकॉज व्हेन आई सैट होम, आई थिंक माय वाइफ, माय चिल्ड्रन स्पोक टू मी, एंड मुझे बहुत शर्मिंदगी हुई कि मेरे बच्चे इतने बड़े हो गए हैं कि मुझको अब समझा सकें कि जो मेरा बिहेवियर था वो ठीक नहीं है। ऑडियंस जो मुझे देखती है, अब वो मैं रोल प्ले करता हूं, मैं वैसा शायद नहीं हूं, लेकिन उनके दिमाग में एक छवि है, तो उसके लिए मुझे बड़ा दुख है कि मैंने ऐसा कहा। तीसरी बात जो मैं बार बार बोलना चाहता हूं कि इतने सारे एनालिस्ट आए थे मेरे बिहेवियर के ऊपर, उसमें से बहुत सारे जो थे बहुत ही बोरिंग थे। तो मैं टीवी ऑडियंस से इस बात की हाथ जोड़ के माफी मांगता हूं कि मेरी वजह से आप लोगों को आधा घंटा, 2 घंटा, कई प्रोग्राम 3 घंटा उन एनालिस्ट का क्या कहते हैं उसको, तुम चोखटा देखना पड़ा। हम दिल्ली में भूती बोलते हैं पंजाबी में। आपको उनका चेहरा देखना पड़ा, उनके इनेन और स्टूपिड कमेंट सुनने पड़े, और उनका गंदा मेकअप देखना पड़ा। तो मैं उसके लिए बहुत, क्योंकि मैं यार फिल्म वाला हूं, मैं चाहता हूं कि जो चीज इंसानों को दिखाऊं वो अच्छी और खुशी वाली हो। तो आई एम रियली सॉरी फॉर दैट। एंड इंडिविजुअली लेट मी ऑल्सो टेल यू, माई फाइट इज और माई डिस्टर्बेंस इज नॉट विद एन एसोसिएशन। अगर मैं तुमसे लड़ पड़ूं इस वक्त, तो मैं तुम्हारे टीवी चैनल से नहीं लड़ रहा हूं, तो मेरा झगड़ा तुमसे हुआ था क्योंकि तुमने बदतमीजी की थी। सो आई डोंट वांट टू गेट इनटू दिस होल थिंग कि एम आई विद द एसोसिएशन, एम आई अपोलोजाइजिंग टू देम और नॉट। नो, आई थिंक आई शुड नॉट हैव, इफ आई एम वॉकिंग फ्रॉम हियर एंड इफ यू से समथिंग टू मी व्हिच आई डोंट लाइक, आई थिंक fortunately or unfortunately I'm in a position where I should just be more thick-skinned and quiet and say, you know what, if I get into this position right now, it will be bad for my family, children and my audience. So I'll have to be a little more how do you say, patient, or I should go to less public places, or I should just wear earmuffs. So I apologize for that. Whether it is continued, not continued, every association has their rules and they should follow it, and God bless them for that. But तू मुझे एक बात,
शाहरुख, आप इतना सम्मान हुआ, फेलिसिटेट किया गया आपको ईडन गार्डन, कैसे लगता है ईडन गार्डन का नाम KKR या SR के रखे लोग?
मैं इतनी बार इंडिया टीवी पे आता हूं, उसका नाम भी कर दे SR के टीवी। मुझे मेरे नाम से एक चीज बेचना शुरू करो, SR के प्राश। वो आता है ना, क्या वो पावर प्राश, शक्ति प्राश, वैसे गुड्स। नहीं यार, उनका आता है एक वो हाँ रात में जो आता है वो, मैं रात को देखता हूँ वो। आपकी टीम के जीतने पर एक मोहतरमा उन्होंने वो किया जो उन्होंने वर्ल्ड कप जीतने में नहीं किया। तू बता, तुझे कैसा लगा? हाँ, तो जब फोटो आई तो ऐसा कर लिया तूने। मैं नो, आई थिंक आई टेल यू वेरी ऑनेस्टली यार, जब हम वर्ल्ड कप जीते थे तो मुझे याद है, मेरे साथ हम सब यहाँ पे दोस्त डिनर कर रहे थे, तो करिश्मा थी मेरे साथ और एक साउथ इंडियन एक्ट्रेस थी। तो हम गाड़ी में बैठकर, मैं और करिश्मा, हम जिस गाड़ी में जो मिला, हम फरहान के घर जा रहे थे, रितेश के, और हम गाड़ी से बाहर लटक रहे थे, झंडा लहरा रहे थे। उसमें भी मैंने सुना टेंशन हो गई, वो उल्टा हो गया था, तो कोई उसका टेंशन करने वाला था। बट वी रियली एंजॉयड आवरसेल्व्स, वी पार्टीड टिल 8 o'clock दैट इंडिया हैज वन द वर्ल्ड कप। व्हेन आई वन द मैच, आई डिड अ कार्टव्हील। और हर किसी को अपनी खुशी इजहार करने का अपना तरीका होता है, और मैं जो तरीकों से गुजर रहा हूं इस वक्त, मुझे ये नहीं लगता कि मैं किसी और के तरीके पर कमेंट करूं. मैं खुद अजीब अजीब चीजें कर लेता हूं जीतने के ऊपर. तो I don't think I should comment. I'm thankful to everyone who has celebrated on behalf of KKR in whichever way. But my life's dream is now, अगर अगले साल या चैंपियंस लीग हम जीते हैं, तो तू भी अगर वैसा कुछ करे मेरे लिए. नहीं, तू करेगा तो मेरे खुशी होगी. अरे मैं तो इतनी चीजें करता रहता हूँ यार.
Hey friends. What are they talking about? Did a lady take off her clothes after victory or what?
Okay. One by one, I'm here only. Okay, let us ask. I come to you. This party is redundant without the cricketers. So the cricketers are not there just now. They've all had to leave. I think the foreign players have left. The Indian players had to go for Team A, I think Manoj and all, and some of them have gone to Bangladesh for a championship or a league. So a lot of them have left. Kal sham ko sab Kolkata, मैं इसलिए Kolkata गया था actually. In Kolkata we really had no party except for that, the drive-through. Everyone had to go by 5. So I find the whole idea of a party for KKR without the KKR redundant. But yeah, we'll sit with friends at home and I don't know. I mean, there's no party arranged like that now. बहुत अच्छा है. मैंने देखा वो हम आपके हैं कौन जैसा पोस्टर है उसका. फरा की बात करो ना. शरीन फराद, लेकिन वो पोस्टर हम आपके हैं कौन का है. बहुत अच्छा है यार. हाँ, मैंने कल रात को देखा. बहुत खूबसूरत है माशाल्लाह. हाँ, स्पोर्ट्स. अरे स्पोर्ट्स क्वेश्चन तो सुन लेंगे यार.
विश्वनाथन जीत गए.
I don't know.
अभी आईपीएल से आप फ्री हो गए. अभी सत्यम और जयते आमिर खान पूरे देश में छाए हुए हैं. अभी आप कुछ टीवी पर करना चाहेंगे ऐसा?
I really honestly.
Oh my god. I got it now. He gives bad candy to everyone who asks bad question. He gave one to the journalist who asked about quitting smoking and now gave another one to the journalist who asked about Amir Khan. This is Shah Rukh Khan for you friends. He is so funny.
Okay, so let's all clap for that man. And I would implore everyone in India to really celebrate Vishwanath Anand. He's the greatest champion our country's ever produced. Honestly, chess is a difficult game. It is not such a viewer-friendly game. But to be a champion, this is the 5th time, cricket wala, 5th time? 5th? 5th time he's won the world championship. I think it's one of the greatest achievements. From childhood, I've played chess. And, I've looked up to people like Spassky and Karpov and Kasparov. But Vishwanath Anand is like the greatest sportsman the country has. I think we should all really celebrate this. I don't know which state function will be, but jokes apart, I think, when I've spent time with these professional sportsmen, they finish a match, they're over the victory and the loss by next 24 hours. They're not like us that they live with it, because I think this is a job that they do. So like I try to analyze it like I go shooting, I finish a scene, I go back next morning again, even if I've done the scene well or bad. The state of mind is very different. But having said that, I think I remember Brett Lee, I remember Gautam, I remember Manoj Tiwari, I know Iqbal, I know Yusufbhai. Lot of them at different, and Jacques Kallis actually, Jacques Kallis I remember is a very quiet guy, he doesn't speak, but there were times when he would get up and say, Shahrukh, no way, we're going to take this. And they used to believe that. Because, they're big match players, some of them can raise themselves. There are times when some of them don't play, none of them were angry. I think none of them were disturbed that, Shakib has come in and McCullum has to be dropped, or McCullum has come in and Tendo has to be dropped. I think somewhere down the line, in the last 6 matches, when they lost the 2 matches, when that Rohit's great innings, when we lost that match, I wasn't depressed because, that that match deserved to be won by Mumbai Indians because of Rohit and the team. But they were sitting there, and they said, you know what, I think it's a great leveler for us. This will help us take this championship forward, and I think we will make it to the last two. And I remember Gautam saying at that time, Shahrukh bhai, what we need to do is, I think we are going to finish in the first two and in the qualifier. And they started believing it that time, because I think they lost out to a great innings, but overall the team was doing very well. So I think somewhere along that time they started believing they can win it.
दो बोलिए
जो मीडिया बात करना चाहती थी, आपको जब हम लोग बाइट्स के लिए बोलते थे, आप भी नहीं बात कर रहे, तो उस दौरान आपको नहीं लगता कि आपकी तरफ से भी कुछ था कि आपको अपने ऑडियंस को एटलीस्ट आके बताना चाहिए था कि मैंने झूठा नहीं दिखाया था, वो कुछ और सीन था, वो कौन क्लियर
यार अभी क्या हो गया ना, इतनी पहले मुंह खोल अरे गलत जगह तेरा मुंह। सी अगर मैं ये बात करने लगूं कि अपनी जिंदगी का हर दिन जो है क्लैरिफाई करने लगूं, हर बात को अगर मैं क्लैरिफाई करने लगूं, मैंने ये डिसाइड कर लिया, और मैं सच बोलूंगा, बुरा मत मानना, तुम लोग बड़े हो या कुछ मेरे सामने, बचपन से जानता हूं मैं, बट मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कहीं ना कहीं पर आई थिंक हम लोग जो है एक्सेस मिल जाता है ना, बच्चों को टॉयज मिल जाते हैं, तो आई थिंक हमारे पास कैमरा और इंटरनेट और सोशल मीडिया और माइक्रोफोन्स थोड़े से टॉय लाइक हो गए, तो हमें मालूम नहीं पड़ता है कि कब उसका इस्तेमाल ठीक तरह से करें। मैं खुद मीडिया का हूं इसलिए बता रहा हूं, तो उसका हम सोच समझकर कभी इस्तेमाल नहीं करते। और पिछले 6 महीने 8 महीने में जो भी वाकयात या मेरे बारे में बोला गया है, मेरा उससे दिल टूट गया कि आप लोग मैं इसी धंधे का हूं, इसी बिजनेस का हूं, मैंने जिंदगी में कभी ऐसा नहीं किया कि अगर आप मेरा इंतजार कर रहे हैं तो मैंने गाड़ी रुक के आपसे बात ना की, कभी ऐसा नहीं किया। कि अगर आपको प्यास लग रही हो, और इसलिए नहीं क्योंकि आप मीडिया वाले हैं और मुझको अच्छा राइट अप चाहिए, इसलिए क्योंकि हम एक ही बिजनेस के हैं, तो वी आर ऑल इन द सेम बिजनेस। सो आई जस्ट स्टार्टेड फीलिंग कि जब इतना फ्रीडम हो गया है कि कुछ भी बात कर लो, कुछ भी कह लो, और सी एज लॉन्ग एज इट इज प्रोफेशनल, आई स्टिल कैन एक्सेप्ट इट। एक्सेप्ट मतलब ठीक है यार, अभी बोल रहे हैं कि ये गाना नहीं चला, ये हीरोइन ने निकाल दिया, ऐसा कर, बट व्हेन इट स्टार्टेड गेटिंग पर्सनल, मुझे नहीं लगता कि मुझे कोई जरूरत है कि मैं अपनी पर्सनल छवि को किसी के सामने आकर उसका हाले बयान करके उसको क्लियर करूं। आई डोंट थिंक सो। एंड if people are going to be careless about my personal life, then I don't respect that. I am very clear on that. So I disrespect that. If you don't respect me and my personal life, I will also not respect how I deal with you. And I can't be disrespectful. So I thought it is better, and I may continue to be like that. It is better that I keep myself more enclosed, more ensconced. I have a lot of friends here who are standing here listening to, who I'll still speak with. But I think they write rubbish. I think they talk rubbish. They show rubbish. And I see it. No, I'm not pointing it out. But if you are going to be like this, then I have the full right to say, listen, you don't like me, I don't like you, and let's keep it like this. And I can go on with my life. As long as it is professional, and I know you love me, and I love you back. But I think there needs to be no gratitude. There needs to be that I don't owe you anything, you don't owe me anything, but there needs to be grace. मैं अगर लोगों को लगा कि मैंने अपने पैर की तरफ शो किया और वो अगर जूता है और सारी दुनिया उसके बारे में गलत बात कर रही है, do you also sometimes look at yourself, and I'm sorry I'm giving you advice, do you also sometimes look at yourself and say that you have also done an action which is questionable? You've also put up a story which is questionable. Somebody has written something which is perhaps a little beyond not decent. So, it is like, if we can't question ourselves, who am I to question it? And if we are on these different planes, then I'll lead my life and you lead yours. I'll meet you whenever we are on professional grounds. I do a lot of endorsements. I have a lot of press conferences. I'll meet you and I'll talk to you about that job and go away. I can keep a mediator and end it all, not have fun with you. So that's the reason I don't want to come too often and explain what I've done. And so much is said now. So much is written. I don't even write on Twitter anymore, because you write something and then people abuse. Why should I stand the abuse after having worked 20 years to make so many people happy? This is what I do it for. And if I'm going to be talked like this, I'm like, listen, I don't need to do this. I'll just do it in my house with my friends and do my job and be happy about it. So that's the reason. Last two questions. हाँ बोल दे
खान साहब ये जवाब तो आपको देना बनता है सर। आपने बोला भी था सर, आपने बोला था सीक्रेट आप छोड़ देंगे फैंस के लिए।
अच्छा बोल दे उसके बाल गिर रहे।
खान साहब ये एंडी तो बैठो।
ओके लेट हिम से।
खान साहब
आखिर का जो ओवर चला था सुहाना आपके साथ थी, आपने कहीं ना कहीं क्योंकि मैच जब तक क्रिकेट टीम जीते हैं नहीं जीते हैं, आपके जहन में एज ए इंडिविजुअल अजब बादल क्या चल रहा था? ये मैच का जीतना सुहाना के लिए जरूरी है, आपके लिए जरूरी है, टीम के लिए जरूरी है, क्योंकि हम आप एक पिता की भूमिका में।
मुझको सचमुच आखिरी जो 6 बॉल है मुझे बिल्कुल याद नहीं, सचमुच याद नहीं। और वो इसलिए नहीं कि मैं कोई इनएब्रिएटेड स्टेट में था या मैं कुछ देख नहीं रहा था, मुझे कुछ याद ही नहीं। और मुझे सिर्फ याद है एक बार सुहाना ने घूम के मुझे बोला हम जीत जाएंगे एंड आई जस्ट हग्ड हर, दैट्स ऑल। बट आई वाज इन अ स्टेट वेयर आई डोंट नो, मैंने पहले ही बोला, मैं अल्लाह मियाँ, भगवान, खुदा, गॉड, उनके फरिश्तों से सिर्फ दुआ मांग रहा था। एंड मेरे एक्चुअली हाथ में दर्द हो गया, वो मैंने रेलिंग पकड़ के मैं इतनी तेज दुआ मांग रहा था कि यार बहुत हो गया, अभी थोड़ा ठीक ठाक कर देना यार। तो ऐसा थोड़ा सा एक पर्सनल सी कॉन्वर्सेशन अल्लाह मियाँ के साथ चल रही थी उस वक्त। एंड बिकॉज यू नो क्रिकेट पे हम कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते। एंड वो एक बॉल होती है, जब हम चेन्नई से लास्ट टाइम खेल रहे थे 6 रन पड़ गए लास्ट बॉल पे, एंड यू कैन कंट्रोल इट। सो ऑल यू कैन डू इज एज द ओनर्स जस्ट प्रे एंड होप फॉर द बेस्ट। एंड बिकॉज माई डॉटर वॉज देयर, she always believes whenever she has come for a match we won. I didn't want that part to be changed. I wanted to believe that जब भी वो मैच पे आई हम मैच जीते, वो एक बाप का अपना प्यार होता है। So yeah, at that last 6 बॉल मुझे मालूम ही नहीं है एक्चुअली। जब मैं मनोज से गले मिला तो उसने कहा भैया जी मैंने कहा था आपको जीतेंगे नहीं तो शक्ल नहीं दिखाऊंगा। तो मैंने कहा तूने चौका मारा, मुझे ये भी नहीं मालूम कि उसने लास्ट 4 रन मारे थे। सो एक्सप्लेन क्या बात कर रहे हो आप, मैं इतना मेहनत से लास्ट 4 मारा और आपको ये नहीं मालूम। सो आई वेंट बैक, आई थिंक जूही, जय एंड मी एंड ऑल ऑफ अस वेंट बैक। हमने मैच को 4 बार रात भर देखा। लोग समझ रहे हम सुबह 7-8 बजे तक पार्टी कर रहे थे, लेकिन हम बैठ के मैच फिर से देख रहे थे और ये उम्मीद कर रहे थे कि ये रीप्ले के अंदर चेंज ना हो जाए, कहीं हम हार ना जाए।
सर आपने भी कहा
मैं जैसा पहले मैंने कहा, क्योंकि हम बाहर से सिर्फ जीत और हार ही देखते हैं।
Unfortunately, last part of the press conference is missing. Actually, I think some moments were missing at the beginning also. Because I think at the beginning he had explained that he would give bad candy to anyone who would ask bad question. First of all, I want to talk about what he said about actually not giving clarifications about everything that were said about him. He mentioned that he felt heartbroken after so many nonsenses were said about him, though he was always kind to media persons because considered them his colleagues. He said that he thought giving clarifications wasn't necessary and decided to put a distance between himself and media. This is so sad that today the situation is again similar. I am so sad and worried thinking that what if he will not meet media even for promotions of his new movie? Of course he has all the right to be away from media after everything they have done. But it is a great loss for all of us because his interviews are so priceless, so out of this world. I pray we'll be able to see and hear him more. Shahrukh Khan looked so handsome and sexy here. And he looked very happy. He dealt with all the questions so smoothly and adorably. This candy thing was excellent idea, and if you noticed at the beginning of the press conference he suggested to listen to girls' questions first. This was adorable too. I loved how he sincerely expressed his feelings about TV anchors and analysts who talked about him. The most amazing part was when he apologized to viewers for making them listen to stupid comments of those people. This was brilliant. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you.